Knowing how to pronounce voiced and unvoiced sounds will help you to improve your English pronunciation. If you are not sure what the difference is between voiced and unvoiced sounds, how we make them, or need an example of them, I'm going to explain all this and more in this video lesson. I will add time links in the description below so you can find the information you need easier and quicker. And there will be a quiz at the end to see how much you have learnt. By the end of this lesson, you are going to be able to say an example of each of these sounds, hear the difference between these sounds, and check if you are making them correctly. To help you see the difference, I'm going to show the most important points of voiced sounds in pink and unvoiced sounds in blue. Hi, I'm Marianne Jordan from Pronunciation Club, specializing in and dedicated to helping all you English learners with your English pronunciation and helping teachers to teach this essential language skill. Voiced and unvoiced sounds are both made by pushing air out of our mouth or nose. What makes them different is the movement of our vocal cords inside our voice box in our throat. Put your fingertips lightly on your throat now and say your name. And I'll say my name. Marianne. Marianne. You will feel your throat moving as you speak because you are using your voice for some of the voice sounds in your name. Air also comes out of your mouth, but you can't feel this in your throat. Blow some air out of your mouth now like you're blowing out a candle. You will not feel your throat moving because only air is coming out. Now a closer look at our vocal cords. Here is a diagram that shows you the inside of your throat where your vocal cords are. But don't worry, you don't need to know all the technical names of all the parts inside your voice box unless you're studying linguistics. All you need is to be aware of where your voice box is. Your vocal cords are inside your voice box, and the windpipe. And most importantly, if the sound is voiced or unvoiced. Here is a close-up of your vocal cords as if you were looking through a microscope down into your throat. Again, don't worry, you do not need to know all the technical terms of all the parts of your vocal cords. This is just to let you see that if the cords are closed, the sound is voiced. If the cords are open, the sound is unvoiced. So how do we open and close our vocal cords? Here is a closer look at voiced and unvoiced sounds. First, voiced sounds. As soon as we speak and say a voiced sound, our vocal cords automatically close. The air coming up from our lungs is blocked against the inside of our vocal cords and can't get out fully. So the air pressure makes the cords vibrate. This vibration makes a voiced sound. A little air gets through, but not much. When the vocal cords vibrate, this is what makes the voiced sound. Here in Pronunciation Club, we use audio sound marks beside the voice box to show that the sound is a voice sound. An example of a voice sound is ah. This is a common exclamation sound in English for when someone has a good idea or has just understood something. Put your fingertips lightly on your throat now and say the ah sound. Ah. You should feel some vibration and your throat moving when you say this sound because it is a voice sound. Say the sound again, and this time pat your throat at the same time. Ah, ah. The sound will be distorted because you are pressing against your closed vocal cords. This is another excellent way to check if a sound is voiced or not. Next, place your hand in front of your mouth and nose. Say the ah sound again. Ah. How much air is coming out of your mouth? A little or a lot? Ah. You should feel a little air coming out of your mouth. Voice sounds summary. Vocal cords are closed for voice sounds. You can feel vibration in your throat. There is distortion if you pat your throat when you say the sound. A little air comes out of your mouth or nose. Next, a closer look at unvoiced sounds. An unvoiced sound is when your vocal cords are open. The air coming up through your windpipe gets straight through your open vocal cords. There is no vibration because the cords are open and the air gets through like when you're blowing out that candle. Here in Pronunciation Club, there are no audio sound marks if the sound is unvoiced. An example of an unvoiced sound is shh. This is a common exclamation sound in English for when someone wants you to be quiet. Shh. Put your fingertips lightly on your throat now and say the shh sound. Shh. Shh. You should not feel any vibration. Your throat does not vibrate when you say this sound because it is an unvoiced sound. Say the sound again and pat your throat at the same time. Shh. The sound will not be distorted when you press against your open vocal cords. Again, this is an excellent way to check if a sound is voiced or not. Next, place your hand in front of your mouth and nose. Say the sh sound again. Shh. How much air is coming out of your mouth? A little or a lot? Shh. You should feel a lot of air coming out of your mouth. An unvoiced sound is also a sound. You can still hear it even though there is no voice. You can hear the sound of the air by putting your fingers in your ears. Pronunciation is a very strange lesson. Say the sh sound again and you will be able to hear it clearly with your ears closed. Shh. Unvoiced sounds summary. Your vocal cords are open. You can feel no vibration in your throat. There is no distortion if you pat your throat when you say the sound. A lot of air comes out of your mouth or nose. Voiced and unvoiced compare. We are now going to compare both sounds at the same time. Say the ah and sh sounds again. Ah, shh. With your fingers on your throat to compare vibration. Ah. Shh. There is vibration for a voice sound like ah. There is no vibration for an unvoiced sound like shh. With your hand still on your throat and saying these sounds again, lightly pat your throat. Ah. Shh. There is distortion for a voice sound like ah. There is no distortion for an unvoiced sound like shh. Say the ah and sh sounds again, hand in front of your mouth, and compare the amount of air for each sound. Ah, shh. A little air comes out for a voice sound like ah. A lot of air comes out for an unvoiced sound like Shh. Say the ah and sh sounds again to hear the difference with your ears closed. Another strange part of this video, but pronunciation practice can be very, very strange. Here goes. Ah, shh, ah, shh. You can hear them both clearly. Here is another check you can do to compare voiced and unvoiced sounds. Say the ah sound again, and this time hold a tissue in front of your mouth. Ah, ah. The tissue moves only a little because only a little air comes out for voiced sounds. Now say the sh sound with the tissue in front of your mouth. Shh. So the tissue moves a lot because a lot of air comes out for unvoiced sounds. There are only 9 unvoiced sounds in English. All the rest are voiced. They are unvoiced consonant sounds and are colored blue in this chart. The green connecting boxes show voiced and unvoiced pairs. For example, b, p. They're made exactly the same way except one is voiced, b, and the other is unvoiced, p. Only unvoiced sound h does not have a voiced pair. Voiced and unvoiced summary. Vocal cords are closed for voiced and open for unvoiced. There is vibration for voiced sounds, but no vibration for unvoiced sounds. There is distortion for voiced sounds, but no distortion for unvoiced sounds. There is a little air for voiced sounds, but a lot of air for unvoiced sounds. It's quiz time. Da-da-dam! There are 5 questions. Can you get them all correct? You will be playing with 2 celebrities. Which one would you like on your team? Question 1. Is the sound ah voiced or unvoiced? The answer is voiced. Question 2. How much air comes out for the sound shh? A little or a lot? The answer is a lot. Question 3. Does air come out of your nose or mouth for the sound ah? The answer is mouth. Question 4. Which sound has more air coming out of your mouth? Shh or ah? The answer is shh. Question 5. Which sound has vibration? Shh or ah? The answer is ah. Well done if you got them all correct. The great thing about a video lesson is that you can rewind and watch part of it again if you need to. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video lesson useful, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. It really does help to let others have a look at this video as well. You can join the club and discover the easier way to learn English pronunciation. Master English pronunciation in just 15 minutes a day and say goodbye to all your pronunciation problems. You can join the club now for free with some free online lessons and a free newsletter at Pronunciation Club. Many of the online lessons are interactive and have checks to make sure you are learning. We also have live online lessons and workshops with a teacher. Our unique, easy-to-use Phonetics Builder course is available now, and you can use it on any device you have. Thank you again for stopping by, and I hope you check in again soon. You can contact me on any of these links, and these links are also in the description below. Bye for now.